Environmental groups in Wisconsin are trying to stop a mining bill moving through the state legislature. The bill, sponsored by Hazelhurst Republican Senator Tom Tiffany, would repeal a moratorium on sulfide mining that's been in place since the late 1990s. Sulfide mining removes minerals like copper, zinc, and silver from the ground. Opponents fear acid drainage pollution. The environmental groups are conducting a Stop the Mines speaking tour around the state. And we're talking now with Raj Shukla, the executive director of the River Alliance of Wisconsin. Your group is one of those on this tour.
We are indeed, including the Sierra Club, including a coalition of student groups from across the state.
So why are you so opposed to this legislation that would effectively end this mining moratorium we've had?
I mean, there are three big reasons. And the first is that the stakes are far too high to remove protections that have served us well for 20 years. And when you talk about acid drainage, let's just be very clear about what sulfide mining does. Sulfide mining, looking for the minerals that you just described, it involves a process when you bring this ore up of using cyanide to actually get the ore ready to sell. The ore itself, when exposed to air and water, turns into sulfuric acid. That's where acid mine drainage comes from. Those are pollutants that don't leave the water system for thousands of years, according to a lot of the science that we're looking at. And that seems like a massive risk, especially considering that since the Prove It First legislation that you referenced, those laws, since those have existed for 20 years, we've built a thriving tourism industry. A thriving agricultural industry has existed for far beyond that. And those industries rely on clean water in order to grow, in order to function. So we don't feel that the risk is worth it. And when you couple that with the way that this legislation is being sold as some kind of economic engine for the northern part of the state coming forward, it just doesn't, the facts around mining don't actually support that. And you can look at the sort of poster child for great mining that the authors of this legislation are pointing to, the Flambeau mine in Ladysmith. Unemployment in Rusk County, where that mine exists, it's actually lower now than at any point during the operation of that mine. The jobs claims that are made about that mine just don't add up. They're including a lot of temporary jobs in construction and otherwise, but in terms of lasting employment, we're looking at between 20 and 50.
Let me jump into to discuss a couple of points you made further. So if this is not a good business proposition, why are states like Michigan and the Upper Peninsula specifically, and Minnesota, why are they engaged in this kind of mining?
I can't comment on the decisions that Minnesota and Michigan have made. I can say that the choice in front of lawmakers right now is not just mining or no mining, irrespective of the sort of context of this state. The choice is really, do we make a risky bet on sulfide mining, risky bet on it not polluting our waters, when we have other options in Wisconsin?
Are there any conditions under which you could support this mining? There have been efforts, as some people say who are pushing the bill say, we're trying to take on amendments that would help provide greater environmental protections. Tom Tiffany, the sponsor, said on this show, it'd take 3 years to get a permit. We're going to do this the right way. Is any of that reassuring? Under any conditions, could you support mining?
I think that what exists on the books right now, the Prove It First laws that exist right now, those were compromise laws that were developed 20 years ago. Scott Walker himself voted for it when he was in the state legislature. Alberta Darling voted for it when she, at that point in her career as well. The compromise is that we will simply ask mining interests to prove that they can operate these mines safely. That's
so
to
all we're doing. Continue the existing law.
That, to me, is a reasonable compromise.
Do you believe any advances have been made in mining technology that reduce the risks that you're talking about?
The advances in mining technology that I understand have reduced the jobs necessary to actually do the work. There haven't been any changes to technology that have reduced the likelihood that these mines will pollute. In fact, there are no examples of sulfide mines in this country that have not polluted, not one.
Briefly, you talked about the process, and you think it's moving too quickly at this point for this piece of legislation. What do you think ultimately will happen to this effort to repeal the mining moratorium?
Well, I'm hopeful that voices in the Senate and voices in the Assembly, as they examine the consequences of a mistake, and as they examine the other options that might be available, I hope that they will show wisdom and cut this process short, and ask Senator Tiffany, ask Representative Hutton to go back to the drawing board. Actually work with environmental interests, or work with the tourism industry, work with agriculture to craft a solution here that is responsive to our responsibilities to take care of water and also helps us move our economy forward.
Raj Shukla is the Executive Director of the River Alliance. It's good to have you on the program today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks very much for being with us. Coming up next on Upfront, State Supreme Court candidate Michael Skrenik. Is he the conservative in the race?